Let's go to the Jesse Williams speech that rock of the world yesterday. Sunday.
Amazing. Now, that's the best speech I've ever heard in my life.
Was that the best read you had ever read?
Jesse Williams for president.
Okay.
Okay? Like, I'm a part of your movement.
So with the whole Jesse Williams thing, reading everybody fulfilled, white people as well as the blacks.
Okay, he read all of us.
He read everybody.
He read the world.
No, he touched every base. He didn't leave. He left no stone unturned. Okay. It was really inspiring. For one, I will say that it was very much needed.
Somebody need to say it. And he's always really vocal, too.
He is, but now he's getting the backlash because they said that he is benefiting from light skin privilege. Wait, before you say something, Sean, let me finish. Because they said his mom is white, his dad is black,
Okay.
and he's attractive, light skinned guy with blue-green eyes, and he can pass. And I want to shout out to Mother's House podcast because in y'all last podcast y'all talked about the whole dark skin, light skin thing, and how it seems in media that light skin gets more advantage than a dark skinned person, and that's what people are saying, that he's benefiting off light skin privilege, and he's also biracial, and it kind of, well, as I was reading it today, I thought about what me and you talked about what's the guy that's doing that Turner movie? Nate Parker.
Yeah.
How he has a white wife.
Right.
And somebody said the same thing about him too. They was like, well, he said the same thing if he a white man. A white woman,
Right.
would have received it the same way? Does that make you pseudo-conscious when you're benefiting off being a biracial child? And or if, just like the whole Nate Parker situation, when you're making these movies about a person like Nat Turner, I know this is kind of going off subject, but Nat Turner, but yet you go home to a white woman.
Right.
And have kids by her and married to her.
That's a whole lot. As far as Jesse Williams benefiting from being mixed, I still look at him as one of us. I mean, I don't think he can pass, first of all. That you're going to know he mixed because
He's very much like a black man.
He looks like a light-skinned
He
guy.
might can slap for Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Or like Cuban or something.
He don't pass as white. And my thing is, he obviously is in touch with his black side. I mean,
very in touch.
You know, he has a black wife. So that says something about, I think, who you date says a lot about you.
And we don't know his upbringing because he might not even been accepted by his white side of the family.
They said, well, apparently he majored in African American studies. So he's not just
saying things to be saying.
Exactly. I think he's really sincere in everything that he says. And I feel like, why does it matter what complexion they are?
See, this is, again, subject like y'all touched on in the Mother's House podcast. This fight is only within the black community. Right. With the whole light-skinned, dark-skinned, house nigga, slave, and field nigga syndrome. Where, one thing, if people will do their history, they'll learn that at the end of the day, we're all black and we were all mistreated.
Right.
Light or dark. Yes, some may got a pass because they could pass a little bit more the whole quote-unquote paper bag test. But one thing I like about the show Underground, if people don't watch that, shout out, go and watch the Underground. It's, it's on demand and you can just watch it. Even buy the DVD set, because they do have that out. It shows the way the house slaves was being treated as well as the field slaves. The field slaves were envious of the house slave, and the house slave was envious of the field slave, because they didn't know the torture and the things that's going on in the house.
Right.
But they think that the field slave think they got it better because they inside the house with master.
They still struggling.
They still struggle, and they sometimes even had it worse. Like in one of the episodes, the girl Miss Ernestine, who's the house slave, said that she would have had rather been a field slave because she said at least at the end of in your work day you get to go home and have a family and be with your family. Her job was never done. She was always in torture, always in turmoil, all 24/7 hours of the day.
And at the end of the day, they all were slaves.
They all were slaves.
Right.
And at the end of the day, that's what we need to get.
Right.
We all are black.
Exactly.
We come in different shades. That's it.
And we always will. Always did. Like, I don't understand. I just don't get the whole light skin thing.
That's
I
the
think,
separation of the community.
I don't know if it's because I had a light skinned mom and a dark skinned dad, and they're different complexions. Not just in my family, but in most black families, they're different complexions. So I just don't get why everyone's so angry about. Like, just be happy that someone is saying something that severely needs to be heard.
What they always say, this little cliche saying, you throw a rock in a pack of dogs, only one gonna holler is the one it hits. That's what happened. It hits you, and now you feel some type of way. So now you want to come up with these negative rebuttals that, oh, his mom is white, oh, he benefited from light skin privilege, and this, that, and the third.
Right? And guess what? Even if he benefited from light skin privilege, whoever in our community benefits, whether it's light skin privilege, gay privilege, woman, whatever privilege it is, if they're still using that platform that they've been given to address issues that are affecting all of us, I still feel like it's a good thing.
At the end of the day.
If they picked him because he light skinned, but he's still speaking pro-black stuff, that's even better.
And
guess what?
No, because like you said, in all honesty, he could be at risk of losing all his jobs.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So he really stuck his neck out there.
Exactly. So y'all should be, it doesn't matter if he was light brown or dark brown.
Right.
That man said what he said.
Right.
Just receive the message and keep it pushing. It's a saying that says, take the meat, throw the bones away.
Right.
You get what you need from it, and whatever you don't use, you throw it away.
Right. And I feel like every melanated person in the world can agree with what he has to say.
That man touched my soul.
He touched every soul that I've spoken with
like
about
he said,
the message he gave.
Oh my God, the whole reverse
it was just
thing about all that getting money to wear brands or be, and then people was praying because they was man, that part.
At first I was like, wait a minute, is this a poem?
Okay,
like,
but
is this a monologue?
When he said that, I was like, oh my God, because as black people, that's what we desire. We desire a wealth based on white people's brands.
Exactly.
Off the Louis Vuitton, off the Gucci, off all of this stuff, even the Jordans.
Exactly.
You know, that's what our wealth in the hood. If you got a pair of J's, you got a little money, or at least seem to have money. If you wear J, or if you wearing Polo, or you wearing whatever brand it is, the Michael Kors and all that stuff. That's what wealth is for the black community.
We use them as status symbols.
Exactly.
Exactly. And
For
we're
people
just making them. And
he said it out. Dude,
he called out.
He flat out said it, and these people don't like you.
Right. Exactly.
You know who having that problem? Kanye.
Yeah.
They letting you know that we still don't like you. You would never achieve the level, you would never be on our level.
So just
in
stop.
fashion. Stop trying to get these white people approval.
Like, stop. They are not God.
They're not.
Like,
okay, you say, Kanye, you say they ain't gonna give it to you? You start your own shit. You start your own line. Do that shit and make your own.
Move on. Like, why you ain't connected?
But you got the game all fucked up because you with this white woman and you think they're gonna treat you equally like they treat her.
And now your head fucked up. And they don't even treat her right, first of all.
But she gonna get way more than he'll get.
Just being over there with that family is just a whole nother situation.
Exactly.
Now his head all fucked up. All these black stylists and seamstresses, why you ain't hooked up with some of them? And y'all came
because they're not on that status of anti-winter.
But guess what? If he got all us to wear some of that shit, it would be the biggest fashion brand in the world.
And some of us like your Yeezy shit. Your shoes, for one, are selling.
Yeah.
People like your shoes. I will say you do make semi-decent shoes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let us buy that. Like, if you put it out and you market that shit on your own, Kanye, look how much money you be making more on yourself.
And it'll just speak more. It'll speak louder. The message of, I'm a black man.
What happened to the Kanye who said George Bush doesn't care about black people?
I don't know what happened to Kanye.
Now he begging for white people's permission.
I don't know what happened to
he
Kanye.
Begging for them for their approval.
Yeah. You are knocking at the door, and they are not trying to answer.
They are not hearing it.
Yeah. They'll let your wife in, possibly.
Yeah, that shit get in.
They'll still give her the side eye too, though.
Right, because you're a nigga lover.
Right. And she got a sex tape.
With a nigga.
Exactly.
Well, let me say, that's what they'll say, but with black men.
Right. I mean, but it is what it is.
at the end of the day.
Right. I mean, did you see his video?
I have not seen the video yet. I've just seen the picture of the wax figures all laying in bed naked, but I haven't seen the video.
I feel like Kanye is like, he needs to take some type of, I don't know, vacation from fame or something. He needs to take a leave.
Okay, with that being said, fame is driving Kanye crazy.
I think it is.
Or it has drove Kanye crazy.
Yeah. It's like a drug.
Do you think because Kanye has always been egotistical?
Right.
You think he's extreme? What do they call those people? Not vain, because he's past vain. It's another word. Oh my God, I can't think of it right now. But, oh God, it's bothering me that I can't think of this word right now. But anyway, you think that Kanye suffers from that?
He's yeah, he probably do. He I think he needs someone's. Maybe it has something to do with his mom passing. I don't know.
I've always said ever since Kanye's mom passed, Kanye's mind went away,
Right.
and they implanted somebody else's mind in him because I don't think he's been right since his mom passed, and I think he's always had been searching for this whole love and this whole trying to fill that void.
Mm-hmm. He's a narcissist.
Narcissism, that's what it is.
Yeah, he's very.
He's very narcissistic.
And I don't know. I think he needs something, and maybe I don't know. He's very all over the place. Even when he speaks in interviews, it's kind of like,
You know
what's wrong
how
with you?
you have a lot of stuff in your mind, but you can't get it out.
Mm-hmm.
So it be all over the place. You say a whole bunch of different things.
Right.
That's how Kanye is.
I remember at one time he was saying he was broke. I don't know.
He did say that.
Yeah.
Now, what his definition of broke is and our definition of broke are two different things.
Right.
So I'm not saying Kanye's not broke, but he ain't broke in my eyes.
Right.
He has more money than me.
I remember he was saying it was really hard to do fashion because unless you partner with someone, you would have to finance all of the production and stuff. And
Kanye, with the whole fashion thing, Kanye wants to be accepted by the fashion elite.
that, and I think he wants to be so big so fast.
Exactly.
Like, start off small.
He wants-
Get you a little Kanye West boutique.
You know
in
what
New York.
Kanye wanted? Because the pop-up shops be stuff like Kanye wanted that. He wanted that Yves Saint Laurent, Louis Vuitton, Bob Mackie kind of level.
He wanted to
off
be
jump.
next to
He
Prada
don't-
and
he-
Chanel.
Exactly.
And,
He wants that kind of level. Kanye don't want the urban clothing line level.
Right.
He don't want that.
And even with the
Kanye
Pradas
wants
and
to-
Chanel,
he
it
wants-
takes time.
And they've
to
been out
get-
for forever.
for damn near 100 years.
He wants that kind of level of, and which is nothing wrong with achieving that. He don't want to be just an urban designer.
Right.
He wants to be a high fashion designer.
Sean John and them.
Right. He don't want to be Sean John.
Right.
He wants to be, even though out of all the urban designers, Sean John was at the top because they were at the best, you know.
Right. He wants to be down on the luxury wing in Lenox next to Louis Vuitton.
Yeah,
and
he
them.
wants
Yeah.
that kind. That's what he wants. He wants a high fashion, high end brand.
This is what I feel. If I ever had a fashion brand, what I would do is I would have a boutique first. I don't need to be in every single store. If I'm gonna be in every single store, I think like the other celebs like P. Diddy and Rockaware, they partnered with someone. So he wasn't the only owner of Sean John. It was like some type of partnership shit.
But any of these people who had these quote unquote fashion labels, it was other people doing the
Oh,
fashion
yeah.
for
It was definitely a
They were
partnership.
just the name and the brand of it. They weren't designing these clothes.
Right. But I would start off small. I would have me a little store in somewhere, Virginia Highlands, little 5 Points, Buckhead, hell, Vine City, Peter Street, somewhere I'll have me a little store. Then once that store got popular, I would make another store in Atlanta. Once that store got popular, maybe another store, maybe branch out. Like, that's how you grow a fashion brand. Not what he's doing. It's just,
But
I guess he feels like because he's Kanye West, he can
and
do...
also, well, to Kanye's credit, he did go to Paris and set up under someone to study fashion and high-end fashion.
Okay.
So he has done some work. He just didn't jump up and say, boom, I want to be high-end. He did actually study.